Hey gang, this is TJ with PixarPost.com, and I can't wait to dive into all 168 pages of The Art of Incredibles 2. Obviously, if you know of any of our other reviews, I say 168 pages, but we don't do a lot of spoilers for any of our book reviews. We want to do just enough to show you what the book is like and entice you to go pick it up for yourself. We always love these awesome embossed covers that they have on the Chronicle books, this entire series of The Art of Books. So let's go ahead and look at a couple of the different pages. I don't want to show you too much of many of these, but I wanted to obviously show you the contents. So it has a foreword and introduction, and then the book is broken up by characters, environments, vehicles, and outtakes, which is a great section. So outtakes talks about some of the deleted scenes, essentially, which we mentioned on a couple of the other books, and also has some acknowledgments at the end. One thing that I want to point out, this hasn't, as far as I know, this hasn't been done on any of these Incredibles or Art of books before. Go to Disney.com, Art of Incredibles, for interviews, artwork, and more. When I recorded this video, the site was still not active yet, so I'm still not certain as far as how that's going to look. But wanted to give you an idea of what the foreword and as well as the introduction by Brad looks like. On Brad's introduction, I'm going to hold it here just while I go through some of those. He said, a story idea about AI becomes a story about a businessman with a bold idea. He also talked about something I wasn't aware of, that Michael Arndt was involved with. I guess that he just gave him credit for helping flush out some ideas, so I'm not certain how much he was involved with, but he gives a lot of credit to the team, especially Ralph Eggleston. And so let's just dive in a little bit more. You can see the first section here looks at some of the characters. And you can see just a quick glance of what some of these pages are like. This is definitely the style where it gives you a lot of the insights at the top and then goes through some of the different images on these pages. I'm going to kind of flip around here just because like I said, I don't want to show too much. I thought this was really interesting. Just to give you, again, a little bit more idea, we've got some drawings by Bryn and Ralph. And we've got a Greg Dykstra sculpt up here. What's interesting, as you can see, when we were working on the character of Winston Deaver's brother, Nelson, we suggested a change of the character to the female. So the brother was originally Nelson, and that became Evelyn Deaver. So that's kind of neat to see how that changed over time there. I also pointed out that the wannabe supers, this is a piece of concept art that we had seen before, but like I had mentioned in our last video, the original one that we have on our site has a C here, so they must have spelled his name Crush Hour a little differently before. I can say throughout this book there are way more supers that you're going to want to take a look, but again, with all of these, if you're avoiding spoilers, you don't want to crack any of these pages open until the film has come out. There was some interesting notes in here about the color scripts, which we actually learned about while we were at the studio. Just while I flip to a couple more pages, the color scripts, they didn't have time to do a full color script for every scene of the movie. They had to just high level it based on some of the different time constraints that they had. So we thought that was very interesting. This concept art by Paul Abadilla and Shelley Wan is just absolutely wonderful. I love any of this architectural style. You'll see how much those kind of stand out to me coming up here. So we showed that one, and let's go to... There's another one that I know you guys are going to love, so hang with me here in a quick second. I don't know if I'm going to end up showing it or not, but we've got another look here. I thought this was interesting too. So this SHL, I don't know. There's another spot in the book. The text is too small. I can't actually read what the L is, but it's superhero something. This was actually an earlier version of the film. The Deaver Tech Corporation, obviously with Winston and Evelyn Deaver's company, was called SHL in an earlier version. So I thought that was very interesting. I wanted to show a quick insight of that. If you know if you've seen any of my other reviews of these books, one of the things that we always love is Christian Norielis's work. And again, just absolutely wonderful. All the detail that is in this, so wonderful. But wanted to actually just point that out and let you know another different great piece. And this obviously starts out the vehicle section. I'm not going to show too much here because boy oh boy, there are way more vehicles and things that you haven't even seen yet. So I'm going to keep some of those there. I'll flip to the outtakes section. At one point in the story's development, Helen went to Nomazian in disguise. So really kind of interesting to see some of that. The one page I'm not going to show is actually a page that shows, so you need to pick up this book, it shows honey It shows the character design of Honey, which is Frozone's wife, that's in here. Talks about how the fact that her rig ended up becoming another character. So really, really, really just something that's really worth checking out. We always love the art of books. They're frankly, in terms of the ones that are out there, it's always the best of the best in terms to get. Be sure to check out that Disney.com Art of Incredibles link that's in there as well. And at the back, there's the great acknowledgments from John Walker and Nicole Grindle, the producers. There was also some really great insights in here in the design section about the logos that they talked about, that Brad Bird was actually the one that came up with the design of the split eye for The Incredibles 2. So anyways, that's our quick look at the Art of Incredibles 2. Be sure to go to our website, click the link in the video description below. We're actually going to have a few more still images that were actually some high quality artwork of the from this book, The Art of Incredibles 2, from the film. And also be sure to help out and click the link in the video description below to buy this directly on Amazon or a couple other places that will have it listed as well. All right, that's our quick look at the Art of Incredibles 2. Be sure to stay tuned to PixarPost.com all week for the latest Pixar news. Bye-bye.